Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, dear students? I am very well by the grace of Allah. And inshallah, I think you are also very well by the same Almighty. So this is my first digital class, online class. So if I am mistaken, don't take it otherwise. You are welcome, dear students, to my digital class. Identity. This is Muhammad Jakir Islam, Shaitshala Adarsho High School and College, Brahmanpara, Kumilla. My email number and contact number are also attached. This is class identity, class 9, grammar, English second paper, unit 6, time 45 minutes. And for your kind information, I declare that this class might be applied to class 6 to class 9. অর্থাৎ এই ক্লাসটি ক্লাস 6 থেকে 9 এর সকল শিক্ষার্থীদের জন্য প্রযোজ্য। তাই আমার অনুরোধ ক্লাস 6 থেকে 9 পর্যন্ত প্রত্যেক শিক্ষার্থীকে এই ক্লাসটি উপভোগ করার জন্য। থ্যাংক ইউ। What do you see in this picture? The player has a football. What do you see in that picture? The player has no football. Now, what do you see in this animation? The player plays football. Look at here. The word football is an object. What do you see in that animation? The player runs in the field. Look at the sentence, in the field. This is a prepositional phrase, not object. So we see that some verbs take object. On the other hand, some verbs don't take object. কিছু ভার্ব অবজেক্ট গ্রহণ করে, কিছু ভার্ব অবজেক্ট গ্রহণ করে না। What do you see in this animation? The girl is eating food. Look at here, the verb eating. In the sentence, the verb eating, transitive verb. Why the verb is transitive? Because this verb is followed by an object, food. Here food is an object, so the verb eating is a transitive verb. Look at the picture. The girl is talking with a shopkeeper. Here, talking is a verb, and talking is an intransitive verb. Why talking is an intransitive verb? Because the verb talking is followed by a prepositional phrase. That means with a shopkeeper is a prepositional phrase, not object. So the verb talking doesn't take objects. So we can say eat, transitive verb, talk, intransitive verb, because the verb eat takes object, and on the other hand, the verb talk doesn't take an object. Can we tell today's lesson? Guess it? Of course, you can realize, yes, today's lesson is on transitive and intransitive verbs. Learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to achieve 4 learning outcomes: to make the classification of verb, to define transitive and intransitive verbs, to identify transitive and intransitive verbs, to use transitive and intransitive verbs. So, after finishing the lesson, the students will be able to achieve these 4 outcomes, learning outcomes. At first, I will discuss about the classification of verb. You should know about the classification of verb at first. Verb. So we see that verbs are mainly of 2 kinds, finite verb and non-finite verb. Here non-finite verbs are of 3 kinds: participle, gerund, infinitive. And finite verbs are again of 2 kinds. One is auxiliary verb. Again, auxiliary verbs are of 2 kinds: simple auxiliary and modal auxiliary. The other form of finite verb is principal verb. So we see that finite verbs are of 2 kinds: auxiliary and principal verbs. And principal verbs are also of 2 kinds: transitive verb and intransitive verb. And these 2 kinds of verbs are our today's target. So we see that verbs are of mainly 2 kinds: finite verb and non-finite verb. Finite verbs are also 2 kinds: auxiliary and principal verbs. And principal verbs are also of 2 kinds: transitive verb and intransitive verb. What you see in the picture, the man has finished his work. Look at here, the verb finished. The verb finished is a transitive verb. Why this verb is transitive verb? Because this verb finished is followed by an object, his work. In the sentence, his work is an object. Look at the picture. The girl is reading a book now. Here the verb reading. And in this sentence, the verb reading is also followed by an object, a book. Here a book is an object. So both the verbs finished and reading are transitive verbs because these verbs are followed by objects. Look at the picture. My friend gave me a gift yesterday. Here verb gave, transitive verb. And we know that transitive verb takes object, and here object me. Me is an object, and also there is another object, a gift. So in the third sentence, the verb gave takes two objects. One is me and another is gift. For your kind information, we know that objects are of 2 kinds: direct objects and indirect objects. Direct objects direct object is mainly about a thing, and indirect object is about person. অর্থাৎ ডিরেক্ট অবজেক্ট হলো বস্তুকে বোঝায় এবং ইনডিরেক্ট অবজেক্ট ব্যক্তিকে বোঝায়। So here a gift is a direct object and me is indirect object. So the verbs finish, read, give, take objects. The verb that takes objects is called transitive verb. The verb that takes objects is called transitive verb. অর্থাৎ যে সমস্ত ভার্ব অবজেক্ট গ্রহণ করে সেগুলোকে বলা হয় ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্ব। The man has finished his work. Look at here, we can make a question from the sentence, what has the man finished? What has the man finished? The answer, his work. Another sentence, the girl is reading a book now. We can make a question with that sentence. What is the girl reading? What is the girl reading? The answer is a book. Again, another sentence, my friend gave me a gift yesterday. We can make a question. What did my friend give? What did my friend give? The answer is a gift. Another question, whom did my friend give? Whom did my friend give? The answer, me. So we see that there are three sentences. If we ask any question, then with what and whom we find answer, and the answers are objects. If an answer is found by asking questions to verb with what and whom, the answer is object and the verb is transitive. If an answer is found by asking questions to verb with what and whom, the answer is object and the verb is transitive. We can tell in Bangla, কোনো সেন্টেন্সের ভার্বকে হোয়াট এবং হোম দ্বারা প্রশ্ন করে যদি উত্তর পাওয়া যায়, উত্তরটি অবজেক্ট এবং ভার্বটি ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্ব। Now there is pair work for you and 5 minutes are allotted for finishing your pair work. Find out object by asking questions with what and whom. Find out object by asking questions with what and whom. There are some sentences given and you will ask question with what and whom and try to find out the answer. Okay, I will help you to do so. The first sentence, I see a kite flying in the sky. Okay, let us make a question with what. What do I see flying in the sky? What do I see? I see a kite. Yes. If we make any question with what, the answer will come out a kite. So here kite is object. The second sentence, my father buys me a gift. What does my father buy me? What does my father buy me? My father buys me a gift. The answer is a gift. So a gift is an object. Again, another question. Whom does my father buy a gift for? Whom does my father buy a gift for? The answer, me. So here are two objects, a gift and me. The third sentence, she wants Rana doing the work. Make a question. What does she want? Or whom does she want? Whom does she want? She wants Rana. So the answer is Rana. And Rana is an object. The fourth sentence, the train left the station some time ago. Let us make a question with what. What did the train leave some time ago? What did the train leave some time ago? The answer, the station. So station is object here. Okay, the next sentence, he likes reading a storybook. What does he like? What does he like? He likes reading a storybook. So reading a storybook is an object. Okay, next sentence, she reads a story every day. She reads a story every day. Let us make a question to find out answer. What does she read every day? What does she read every day? She reads a story. So the answer, a story. A story is an object in this sentence. The next sentence, I saw him going home. Whom did I see going home? Whom did I see going home? I saw him. So the answer is here, him, functioning as an object. Okay, next question for the next sentence. What did I find done by father? What did I find done by father? I found the work done by father. I found the work. Here the answer is work. So work is an object. With the last sentence, we sent him a letter with a gift. What did we send him? What did we send him? We sent him a letter. So a letter is an object. And again, if we make another question for the last sentence, whom did we send a letter? Whom did we send a letter? We sent him a letter. We sent him a letter. So him is another object. So we find two objects in the last sentence. Okay, finished pair work. Look at the picture. Meena is sitting alone under a tree. Alone is a word and it is adverb. Under a tree, a prepositional phrase. And for your kind information, I would like to inform you that a preposition phrase is a phrase which takes a preposition at the very beginning of the phrase. That means preposition phraseer শুরুতে একটা preposition থাকবে. The under a tree is a prepositional phrase. So we see an adverb and a prepositional phrase in the sentence. So the verb sitting is intransitive verb, because we know that transitive verb takes object, but in this sentence we don't find any object, rather than we find adverb and prepositional phrase. So the verb sitting is an intransitive verb. Look at that picture. They are going to school this morning. Here, to school, a prepositional phrase. This morning, a noun phrase. Going, intransitive verb. Again, in the sentence, there is no object. In the sentence, we find a prepositional phrase and a noun phrase, but there is no object found in this sentence. So the verb of this sentence is intransitive verb. Look at this picture. The applicant stood up in the queue. The applicant stood up in the queue. Here, in the queue is a prepositional phrase, and stood up is an intransitive verb because there is no object in this sentence, and we know that without object, without taking object, a verb cannot be transitive verb. So the verbs sit, go, stand up don't take any object. The verb that doesn't take object is called intransitive verb. The verb that doesn't take object is called intransitive verb. অর্থাৎ যে সমস্ত ভার্ব অবজেক্ট গ্রহণ করে না সেগুলোকে বলা হয় intransitive verb. Meena is sitting alone under a tree. What is Meena sitting? No, this question is not appropriate. So the answer is null. That means no answer. Whom is Meena sitting alone? This kind of question is not appropriate. So answer is null, no answer. Again, they are going to school this morning. The question, what are they going? What are they going? This question is not appropriate. So answer, no answer. Whom are they going? This question is not properly made. So answer is no. The applicant stood up in a queue. What did the applicant stand up? This is not a proper form of question. So answer is no. Whom did the applicant stand up? This question cannot be made with whom. So answer is no. And we find no answer from the three sentences because the verbs sitting, going, stood up are intransitive verbs. So there is no objects. If an answer is not found by asking questions to verb with what and whom, the verb is intransitive. If an answer is not found by asking questions to verb with what and whom, the verb is intransitive verb. We can tell in Bangla, কোনো সেন্টেন্সের ভার্বকে হোয়াট অথবা হোম দ্বারা প্রশ্ন করলে যদি উত্তর না পাওয়া যায় সেটি ইন্ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্ব. Look at the picture. She is running in the field. In the field, of course, it is a prepositional phrase. So running is intransitive verb because there is no object, and without object the verb cannot be transitive. Look at the another picture. He is running a race. Look at here, a race is an object. So running is a transitive verb. And look at the difference between two sentences. She is running in the field, first sentence, and the second sentence, he is running a race. In the first sentence, the verb run doesn't take any object, but in the second sentence, run takes an object. So in the first sentence, run is an intransitive verb, and in the second sentence, run functions as transitive verb. That means the verb run can function as either transitive or intransitive. অর্থাৎ রান ভার্বটি ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্ব ও হতে পারে অথবা ইনট্রানজিটিভ ভার্ব হিসাবেও ব্যবহার হতে পারে। Such verbs are open, close, start, change, do, leave, etc. These verbs also can function as either transitive or intransitive verb. অর্থাৎ এই সমস্ত ভার্বগুলো ট্রানজিটিভ অথবা ইনট্রানজিটিভ যে কোনো ফর্মে ব্যবহার হতে পারে। Now there's group work for you, and 8 minutes are given to finish your group work. Identify the yellow colored verbs, if transitive or intransitives. There are some sentences given, and in every sentence there is a word yellow colored, and you have to identify the yellow colored verb if transitive or intransitive. অর্থাৎ প্রত্যেকটা সেন্টেন্সে ইয়েলো কালার ওয়ার্ড যে ভার্বটি আছে সেটা কি ট্রানজিটিভ নাকি ইনট্রানজিটিভ। সো ইউ মাস্ট মেক কোয়েশ্চন উইথ হোয়াট অ্যান্ড হোম, or you will find object. If you find object, then the verb will be transitive. If you don't find any object followed by the verb is intransitive verb. Okay, I will help you to do so. Could you move your car please? Look at here, your car is an object, so move is transitive verb. Second sentence, Taylor was found guilty of starting the fire. Starting the fire, the fire is an object, so starting is transitive verb. The areas changed greatly in the last decade. Greatly is an adverb. In the last decade, prepositional phrase, so there is no object, so changed is an intransitive verb. Close your eyes, your eyes is object, so close is transitive verb in this sentence. Open the window, the window is an object, so open is used as transitive verb in this sentence. Joe's doing well in his new job. Well, adverb, in his new job, prepositional phrase, so here doing is intransitive verb. Have you done your coursework? Your coursework is an object, so the verb done is transitive verb. When the rain stopped, we went for a walk. For a walk, prepositional phrase, so went is intransitive verb. Mitchell used to run a restaurant. To run, another verb, So used is an intransitive verb. He was living a life of luxury abroad. A life of luxury is an object. So living is transitive verb here. Write your name here. Your name is an object. So write is an transitive verb in this sentence. The match starts at 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. prepositional phrase. So start is intransitive verb. Marriage hasn't changed her. Her is an object. So changed is a transitive verb in this sentence. Most shops here close at 5:30 p.m. At 5:30 p.m. is prepositional phrase. So the verb close is used here as an intransitive verb. The museum opens at 10 a.m. Like the previous verb close, here also open is an intransitive verb because here the verb is followed by an prepositional phrase at 10 a.m. Kate set a chair next to the bed. Set is an transitive verb because this verb is followed by an object, a chair. Greg tried to stop her from leaving. To stop, another verb. So tried is an intransitive verb here. A red glow filled the sky. The sky is an object. So filled is a transitive verb here. The path ran over the hill. Over the hill is a prepositional phrase. So ran is an intransitive verb in this sentence. Our cat lived till he was 10. Here, till he was 10 is a clause. So this is not an object. So lived is an intransitive verb here. So group work done. Look at the list of transitive verb and intransitive verb we identified from the sentences in the previous slide. Move, starting, close, open, done, run, leaving, write, changed, set, filled. These verbs were used as transitive verb and changed, went, starts, close, opens, tried, ran, lived, used. These verbs were used as intransitive verb. Evaluation. What does a transitive verb have? Transitive verb কি থাকে? Object, of course, objects. How do we identify an intransitive verb? কিভাবে আমরা intransitive verb শনাক্ত করি? No object. Yes, having no object. How many kinds are of principal verb? Principal verb কত প্রকার? Two kinds. What kind of verb is go? Go কোন ধরনের verb? Intransitive. What kind of verb is run? Run কোন ধরনের verb? Either transitive or intransitive. So there is a homework for you, and of course you will complete the homework. Write down 10 sentences with transitive verbs and 10 sentences with intransitive verbs. Very easy homework, and inshallah you will finish your homework. Thank you all for enjoying the class, and I am finished this class for today, and another day I will present another class and you will enjoy. That's all.